The Games for Health, Games for Life project was implemented in Kazan for the first time. The 10th of July became a day with a red ribbon and included a series of events dedicated to the prevention of AIDS infection among volunteers and participants of the 7th World Summer University. Everyone could express his solidarity to people affected by the epidemic, attaching the red ribbon. The first part of the day was a press conference. It took place in the main media center of the Kazan Arena Stadium. Volunteering is the all-Russian national movement, which focuses on care support for major events. Of course, this great youth movement couldn't ignore and not support the project, which addresses one of the major themes. In all sports and non-sports venues, staffed by volunteers, including the city volunteers in tents in the city today, a lot of fun and positive gas. Almost every volunteer will carry the blitz session of the relation of man to man infected with the HIV out. Tolerant attitude towards people with various diseases of the sport as an international phenomenon, and the importance of not to focus on people with this kind of disease. The head doctor of the Republican Center for the Prevention and Struggle Against AIDS of the Ministry of Health Care, Niyaz Galiulin, said that Dagestan doesn't apply to regions with a high prevalence of HIV infection. However, prevention and awareness in this issue is a must to anyone. Certainly, this project has a large regional component, which is aimed directly at the Center of AIDS awareness volunteers and the people who are involved in the organization of the university. Especially for the 27th World Summer University, the project was published for the Russian version of a dictionary for the sports community together for HIV and AIDS. It was demonstrated during the press conference by the director of the autonomous non-profit charitable organization New Age, Lilia Taisheva. This handbook includes treatment of ministers of Dagestan and famous sportsmen, Kazan 2013 ambassadors Ekaterina Gamova, Vasily Mosin and Irik Zinurov. The winners of the Volunteer of the Year ceremonies in 2011 and 2012, Nelia Fakrudinova and Almas Askarov, were also not indifferent to the problem. The messages of the guys were also included in the directory. Sporting events, such as the university, are a great opportunity for this very important audience, and the ability to use this positive energy that is at the heart of these activities and make the most simple things. We can conduct conversations concerning the question of the infection. It is necessary to be careful. Take care of yourself. You have to be approached, regularly tested for HIV, so as not to jeopardize yourself and your partner, to know and to remind you that there is a cure. To convey the message to the Kazan audience, a special team called Red Ribbon arrived, which consists of the singers and composers. I have been working on the problem of AIDS since 2009. It is already for 4 years. And when I first started to work on this project, I initially thought I could be useful to the world not only in terms of creativity, but also using the opportunity to interact with people on social issues. I also send this message to my fans, listeners, that there is a problem such as AIDS, which is very common for people to fear. Now, all my concerts do not pass that I do not talk about this issue, and I discuss this issue at every press conference, in every interview. Still, it is very important when each person gives a part of himself in this thread, because in general the person is so constituted that it is immersed in their own worries and problems, forget about what's going on around him. So once again reminded of what is going on around us, you need to do something. During the press conference, Theo revealed in trick to reporters. He is now working on a new track, which will soon become the anthem of the Red Ribbon. By the way, the team joined another actress. On the same day, the lead singer of Murakami Group, Kazan 2013 ambassador Dilara Vagapova, joined the project. It is a very pleasant fact that I'll join this international youth team, and for good reason. Perhaps now we're sitting in a red hall, and the words Kazan 2013 are also written in red, and it brings together all the red ribbon. A day with a red ribbon was completed on the stage of the Cultural Park of the university. The spectators enjoyed the performances of Yulia Lasker, Theo, and favorites of Kazan public group Murakami. Artists pleased the guests, live performance, and also called to do everything possible to reduce new cases of HIV infection. Irina Igarenko, Edgar Shagiahmetov, Fidai Khodiulin, special for Kazan 2013.com.